Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. This is the Denver Nuggets versus the Miami Heat full Game 3 NBA Finals highlights, reaction review, plus a little breakdown. Let's jump right into it. As the Miami Heat are the first to strike, Bam Adebayo. Bam Adebayo had a good game again, as you see Kevin Love knocking down the three. Like I said in the preview video, expect to see Kevin Love in that start lineup again, and he was. I also said Jamal Murray's gonna have to get going early, and Jamal did a good job of that. Jokic did a good job of kind of letting the guys do their thing, and then he took over. I mean, and while they were trying to do their thing, he's getting rebounds and doing what he does. You know what I'm saying? And then he takes over as far as dominating at his position. You know what I'm saying? Scoring, passing, doing all of those things that Jokic does. You see Jamal Murray knocking down a short little mid-range game. It was good to see Jamal Murray back to being aggressive. One thing I didn't like, as you see Michael Porter Jr. right there, was that exact right there. Michael Porter Jr. didn't really get himself in good opportunities. Obviously, you know what I'm saying, he prefers to be worked into the offense and running those plays for him and things like that. But Michael Porter Jr. has to do a better job of kind of, getting himself involved. And he did in the second half. I'm just, in the first half, he kind of was nowhere to be found. Just as for what he can bring to the table. You know what I'm saying? You really want him to be aggressive, get some looks, attack the basket. You know what I'm saying? But much respect to Michael Porter Jr. For how he responded in that second half. You know what I'm saying? Not really getting the looks in the first half. He did a really good job of digging in and playing defense, man, and not holding his head down, not feeling a certain type of way because he wasn't getting the ball, like Steve Kerr mentioned in the quote, and like I also mentioned, that's been the MO. You know what I'm saying? So he did a great job of kind of not allowing that to dictate how hard he plays or the contributions that he makes outside of scoring. You know what I'm saying? Christian Braun did a very good job, as you see right there, off the pass from Jokic, coming in off the bench, being active. It wasn't just about, that's the thing, it's not just about scoring. It's about being active. You know what I'm saying? Creating opportunities just with your activity and your effort and your energy. And as you see right there, I mean, Christian Braun just really did a good job of creating opportunities, for himself, just with his movement, and his energy and effort, as you see Caleb Martin right there with the three. The Nuggets defense, was much better, much better, although it was some, miscommunications here and there. A couple lapses in focus. Those things happen with the Nuggets. But again, the Nuggets are still growing. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing we all got to remember. This is a team that might be on the verge of winning a championship, and they're still getting better. They're still growing, as you see Strus with the wide open three. And as they continue to grow and get better, they're going to be even more scary. That right there is going to get better. Look how easy. See, that's easy, good basketball. Simple, good basketball. You have to come double Jokic right there in that situation. And look how easily Jamal just knew where to move to. He didn't just stand right where he was at. He moved to where he needed to be for that good pass. And that's what I was saying earlier. I tweeted that about Jokic and Murray running that pick and roll game. Jokic has to take a wider role or delay his roll to the basket, to give the illusion that he might be fading to the three. And if the defense reacts, obviously he can still go ahead and fade. If not, then he rolls, you know what I'm saying? Just to create a better angle and better timing for Jamal Murray to be able to make that pass. You know what I'm saying? Because there was a couple times that Jokic was just setting that screen and just going right to the basket right there, kind of in the way. You know what I'm saying? And Jamal Murray wasn't able to not only have the proper space, as you see the beautiful pass right there to Aaron Gordon, to have the proper space to make a good pass to Jokic. Also, it was so congested that he wasn't able to get a good look at the basket, you know, for an easier shot. You know, it's a couple times he was able to get the shot up anyway, but could have been a much better, easier shot. You see Jokic with the pump fake, with the up fake, and a nice finish. Stroll down memory lane. You know what I'm saying? As he just took his time and laid it up nicely. But yeah, and Jokic made those adjustments, because I was questioning. I'm like, I know Jokic knows these things, but he made those adjustments. As you see him right there getting wide, you know what I'm saying? Allowing the opportunity for a secondary option, which is, you know, him in that post, you know what I'm saying? On that block, you know, I mean, on that elbow, on that free throw extended. And this is what I was saying in that third quarter, as you see Michael Porter Jr., he didn't get the basket, but look at the effort, look at the energy, look at the hustle, look at him down there battling. And he was doing that all third quarter. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and I was just, man, I really wanted him to get a couple threes in, you know what I'm saying? But just to see the way that he played on the defensive end in that third quarter, I was really impressed with that. So shout out to Michael Porter Jr. for that. You know what I'm saying? But back to Jokic dominating. Look at the way the defense has to react. And then Christian Brown is a flat out dog. And that's what I say. The Nuggets have some dogs on the team. You just got to let them off the leash. Look at the finish right there by Christian off the steal. You know what I'm saying? You got to let the dogs off the leash, man. You know, and let Jokic do what he do in between that, you know, and he did. This was a perfect game, a perfect example of what it looks like when the Nuggets do that. You know what I'm saying? Let these guys, you know, run up and down and play ball. Jokic, you dictate, you know what I'm saying? You pass, you rebound, you do those things. And then in that second and third quarter, and even in that fourth, you dominate, man. You know what I'm saying? Right there. You know what I'm saying? You finish, you know? This is how scary the Nuggets can be. You know what I'm saying? Good job by Coach Malone. I was wondering what he was going to do. I even said if he was going to have to go 9 deep. You guys saw he brought Reggie Jackson in. He went 9 deep. And that's all I was saying. Just buy a couple minutes. You just wanted to buy a couple minutes, whether it's Thomas Bryant, who I thought it might be, or Reggie Jackson or whoever. You just wanted to buy a couple minutes, just for the rotations, because he obviously, I don't know if he knew going into the game, but you know, he ended up playing Murray and Jokic some heavy minutes, you know what I'm saying? And it worked out, you know? And that's what you need to do. This is the finals. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I completely agree with that. So that was a great, adjustment right there by Coach Malone. Not only adding one more guy, not necessarily to the rotation, but just for this game. And then also, you know, compounding the minutes of his superstars, you know what I'm saying? Right there, Jamal Murray. And that's what helped, you know what I'm saying? Because when you do that, you know, as long as the guys are in good enough shape to still compete and do what they need to do on both ends of the floor, you automatically outmatch the Heat. You know what I'm saying? If you keep Jokic and Murray in the game, more times than not, you know, that means Bam and Jimmy are going to have to stay in the game. You know what I'm saying? And the Heat definitely are more by committee than the Nuggets have been with their solid, 7-8-man rotation. You know what I'm saying? As you see the nice high finish off the glass, Jamal Murray. So I think those, you know, heavy minutes might affect, the Miami Heat more than they would the Denver Nuggets, but, you know, cause the Nuggets are used to it, but we'll see, you know, cause I'm one of those guys who believe that things also accumulate, but again, you know, you only need 2 more wins. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you get 2 more wins, you don't have to worry about it accumulating, you know, like in a game 6 or 7, you know what I'm saying? Get 2 more wins ASAP. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, the way that this game ended up playing out, and I thought Gabe Vincent was going to be, a little more aggressive. Gabe Vincent really didn't do anything. You know what I'm saying? Bam Adebayo led the way. Jimmy, took over after that. But that was it. You know what I'm saying? It was really nothing else. Caleb really, Max really wasn't, whatever. Kyle Lowry hit a few shots, but, wasn't really a large impact. On the defense, Kyle Lowry had a very good game defensively. And there was one other person. But yeah, they, shout out to the Nuggets on defense, man. They definitely did a good job. Like I was saying before, man, of just making it tough. Just make it tough. Just be there. Just be there. Just be there. There was a couple of times you saw that it was some miscommunications and the guys weren't there. But for the most part, just be there. You know what I'm saying? And they were able to succeed in those situations on this occasion. So we'll see what game 4 brings. Any adjustments for the Heat. I'm pretty sure, I think they're going to go out of that Kevin Love in the lineup. They're going to go in a different direction. We'll see. But I wouldn't expect to see Kevin Love in that starting lineup again. I mean, Kevin Love, he didn't do a bad job. It just didn't work. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. So he still might be in the starting lineup. Obviously no adjustments need to be made. Probably won't see Reggie Jackson in the fourth game, in game 4. Like we did in game 3, but that's fine, and I would have liked to see better body language from him in that situation, regardless of what, the opportunity was, or regardless of what, his assignment was, it would have been nice to see him really, just excited to get in again. And he hasn't played that much in the playoffs period, but just to get in the NBA finals, there's a lot of guys sitting over there on that bench, who don't really get to get in unless, it's a blowout. And even then in this game with the lead at the end of the game, you still saw Murray out there, Aaron Gordon out there, Bruce Brown, I believe, out there. He really didn't have the guys come in off the bench, and get that last 30 seconds or whatever. So we'll see, you know what I'm saying? We'll see. Obviously, that's what I was saying before, but you can tell that there's some small frictions, you know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, they're able to play above that for the most part. They're able to put those things, in the right place and go out there and play basketball. You know what I'm saying? So, shout out to the Denver Nuggets once again, for getting that victory. We'll see what happens in game 4. Back in Denver. So I thank you guys for joining me. Thank you for watching. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell, and I'll see you guys on the next one. All right. If this world were mine,